Over the past couple of weeks, I made a couple of videos that kind of were cliffhangers because I didn't really know the answer to the topic being proposed in the video, and I thought now is a perfect time to follow up with that. First, I may be returning to work, or I may not. So I did send an application, resume, whatever you want to call it, over to Go Rentals because they are, taking over where National used to be, and they were needing help. I never heard back from them, and it's like, I didn't really need the job. I'm definitely not going to chase it. I think it'd be fun and something, to do and make money, but if they're not going to call me, then clearly they don't need the help like they said they did. So whatever, I did get an interview offer at US Cellular local here, and I almost went. I was really close to going, and I just remembered my past experiences with AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile, and it's like, cell phone companies are just so shady. Everything's based on sales, and they preach morals, but they do not practice morals. They say, oh, we don't want to pack people's accounts. We don't want to do stuff that they don't need. We want to make sure we sell them for what they actually need. And then when it gets to the actual training, it's like you need to sell. If you can give them a tablet, an iPhone, a watch, and something else, a hotspot, then guess what? You get a bonus. So you got to pack, get as much as you can. And it's like, that's not what you said during the orientation stage. That's how it is with pretty much every company. And it happens, it's so poor how people are treated. I should just start up a little, brick and mortar store that sells cell phones. Like, I'll just resell through someone else as like an MVNO, but I'm not going to like pack and sell and pack. It's really sad how they do. Just this particular US Cellular location, the week that I received the interview offer, I had a family member go up there to upgrade their phone, and they were fed the biggest line of bull crap I've ever heard in the history of bull crap. Normal people would have said, that's not right, but this person's like, yeah, that sounds about right, so he just went with it. He owed like $180 on his phone, and for payoff, and he could have just paid it off. He would have been better off paying it off. Traded it in, probably got like $1,000 credit. That was the current promotion toward a new iPhone, and had almost nothing as far as payments go. Instead, they took his old phone, told him that they could only give him $180 for it after paying off the remaining balance. But it could not be used toward a new phone. It could only be used toward accessories. I understand that's where they make their money, in the accessory sales. They don't make the money in, signing up. They do make money signing up to your contracts, but the real money is in accessories. $180 worth of accessories? Yeah, you did a pretty good paycheck that day. So yeah, I know it's the biggest pile of crap just to get a quick dollar. And to what expense, the thing is, I used to work at Walmart. I was not sales or commission based or anything like that. I was sales, but it wasn't commission based. It didn't matter to me one bit if Walmart made the money of the sale I was making. And I told many people, like, hey, this you're looking at here is an inferior product. You could get a better one at Best Buy that's name brand for cheaper than they're selling it here. I told many people, go to Best Buy. It's in Asheville. It's just a short drive. Don't buy it here. The drive is worth what you're going to save. And I'm sure if Walmart knew I was doing that to pretty much every customer, they'd have been mad. But the thing is, integrity. I kept my integrity. What did you keep, Mr. US Cellular representative? Your paycheck that is now gone because you blew it? Great. And now everyone hates you. Hope that was worth it. It was worth it because he doesn't care. Anyway, so yeah, I just decided I don't want to work for a shady company. I don't want to work for a company that's going to tarnish my reputation. I'm pretty well known around here in the electric too, technology field. If someone needs something, they call me. And they're looking for an honest answer. They're not looking to be upsold on something and, line my pocket and come back next week, I'll do it again. I'm not doing that. And I think my honesty, and everyone knows that I'm not here to just nickel and dime you to make $100, because $100 isn't anything but, to just rip it off of somebody. That's why people choose to come back to me all the time, because they know I'll help them. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that. And then, what else? I had a state trooper behind me, so I let him go, and he went, so. Oh, the second video was, I may trade my Cybertruck. I may, and then again, I may not. My idea was to try to get into something newer, bigger, heavier duty, but not have to pay any more money. I paid $135,000 for this truck, out the door, taxes and all. I've put maybe 10 grand worth of accessories in it, just extra little things that have been added since I bought it that obviously go with it. I know I'm not going to get 145. I know I'm not going to get 125. I know I'm not even going to get 100. So the value of this thing has just tanked, unbelievably tanked. I know that the truck is worth about 85 to 95 depending on the buyer. 95 if I could sell it locally, to someone who actually wants one. 85 to a dealer who will then just turn around and sell it for 95. So I kind of expected that. So I was trying to do a far-fetched deal that basically said, I'm going to pick a $100,000 truck, maybe $95,000 truck, offer to trade them this truck for it, and try to get them to come down on the price about $10,000. That's the deficit where I was at. I needed about $10,000 to make it work. And I didn't think I would do very good, but I thought, I'll try it. We'll see where it goes. If it works, great. If not, oh well. I got a good truck. I drive a nice truck. I don't have no problems with this truck, so whatever. I did the negotiation. I got them down to 95 instead of 99. And they were expecting to pay 85 for my truck, but that was about a $10,000 difference, and that was where I was to start with. And I was like, yeah, I still need $10,000. In either direction, I don't care which way it goes, in order to do this deal, I need $10,000. And the negotiation stopped. I guess they realized they weren't going to get an easy sale out of it, so they just quit trying. And the next thing I know, I get an offer in my email, like a contract to buy, basically just wanting me to sign it. And it says basically the opposite of everything we had negotiated. I think they lowered their offer to 75 on my truck, and they raised the price of their truck back to 99, and somehow, among all that, I was going to owe $32,000 difference to trade. And I'm like, all right, well, that was that. That they had their chance and they blew it, so never mind. So at that point, I decided there's nothing wrong with the truck I drive. Really like it. It may not do the things that a heavy duty, Super Duty would do, but I don't have any need for that right now. Maybe in the future, we'll look at it. I don't know. But for now, this is a pretty solid truck. You hear a lot of people talking about Cybertrucks, and they're like, oh, they tear up, they got recalls. Like, I can't say I've had that experience. I did have that one weird issue where it said the rear inverters were bad or something. It was a software bug. So it was fixed. Within an hour, it was fixed. And I confirmed that with Tesla service, that I don't need to bring it in. There's nothing wrong with it because it was a software bug. I haven't gotten the newest recall done yet, which I'm sure is not going to be a big deal. And even if it is, when I bought the truck, this rail that goes up the top here along my door has damage on it. And I thought, well, maybe we could buff that out. You can't buff it out. We tried. And it's just always, that was the way it was on delivery day, and there's nothing I can do about it now because I didn't, pressed to get it replaced then. So when I get this recall done, I get a whole new rail that goes across the top. So now the damage will be gone. Well, what's the bad part in that? You know? So yeah, I mean, I can't see that I'm having any issues. I'm 13,500 miles deep, and I'm just continuing to roll in this thing. I mean, I've got no issues at all. It's been in Tesla service twice. It's been in Tesla service twice. The first time was because there was like a rattle going on in the center here. That went away before I even went to the Tesla service. It's like something wasn't settled, and then it settled, and it was fine. And I thought, well, I'm still going to take it so they can look at it. They looked at that. They looked at my mirror, which was wobbly. They fixed that. So, I mean, no big deal. Everything seems to be good. Second time went in for service was just to get the light bar installed. And light bar works great. No issues. So, I'm not having the issues that people claim to be having. And I'm not saying that they're not having issues. I'm just saying that mine doesn't have issues. So, maybe not every Cybertruck is junk. Maybe just a small handful have issues like any other car in the world. And maybe it's just the ones that are having the problems that have the loudest voices. Maybe. So yeah, I'm not going to buy another truck. I'm not going to go back to work. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So hopefully those videos weren't upsetting or made you panic or something, because actually I'm not going to do either one now. I've decided to just not. So anyway, we have a new Chipotle that opened, and I'm going to go get it because I've been trying to get this local restaurant for the past 3 days and they can't stay open. So I'll just go to Chipotle instead. That would be a whole different topic for a whole different day.